Hello friends and my dear students, as in the last session we have discussed about the beam strength of helical gear. I am just recalling it, which is equals to Mn. B is phase width, sigma V is your bending strength or bending stress, and Y is Lewis form factor. And note one thing which I have just missed in the last session, that this Y is depends on virtual number of tooth. Okay, means the form factor, or I will say that Lewis form factor based on virtual number of teeth, not on the actual number of teeth. So okay, you have to calculate the virtual number of teeth, and depends on that you have to calculate the value of Lewis form factor. So somehow we used to miss this particular concern, so just remember this particular thing. Today we will see that what is the formula for the wear strength in helical gears, okay, and how you can calculate it. Okay, so the wear strength of helical gears equation, you can calculate it with the help of uh, the wear strength of the equation of the spur gear is modified to suit the helical gears. So for this purpose, the pair of helical gears are similarly considered as equivalent to formative pinion and formative gears perpendicular to the plane of tooth element, as we have seen in the beam strength, where we have assumed helical gear as a formative spur gear. Similarly, the formula there for the wearing strength or wear strength was there in the spur gear is BQ dP dash into K. Why? It is just modified in the helical gear like this: BQ dP K and divided by cos cube psi, okay, which is a helix angle. So with the help of that you can calculate the particular formula. And the definition, if you will recall, this is same as there in the spur gear, that wear strength indicates the maximum tangential force that tooth can transmit without pitting failure or without wearing failure. Okay, and how you can calculate the value of Q here is Q is 2ZG dash. ZG dash, Z dash means virtual number of tooth, which you can calculate it with the help of this formula. Okay, and this can also be rewritten as similar value which is there for the spur gear, means the Q will be same for both spur and helical gear, this particular formula or constant. Okay, now if you are going to calculate the value of Q for the internal helical gear, then definitely there will be a negative or difference sign at the bottom side. Okay, so you can calculate it. Q is equals to 2ZG divided by ZG minus ZP. Okay, now the value of K is sigma C whole square sin alpha and cos alpha and 1 by E1 plus 1 by E2, where E1 and E2 are the modulus of elasticity of the materials of pinion and gear, means these two value you will get it as a material property. And if you will refer before, we have already discussed that K can also be rewritten as 0.16 VHN divided by 100 whole square. Okay, so this is a short formula. If you are not able to calculate these values or not given in the numerical, then you can go through with this particular formula. Now this is also very well known that bear strength should always be greater than the effective load, and similarly your bear strength will be equals to P effective multiplied by factor of safety. So let's see one numerical, that how you can formulate the given data, and I will just go through the formula so that you can calculate it, and we will discuss the next topic where we will go in detail of this particular formula or particular numericals of helical gears. So as you can see here, that a pair of parallel helical gears, okay, consist of 20 teeth pinion meshing with a 100 teeth gear. The pinion rotates at 720 rpm. The normal pressure angle is, normal means alpha n, normal pressure angle is 20 degree, which is alpha n, while the helix angle is 25, means size value is, the value of size 25 degree. Phase width is 40, means the value of B is 40. The normal module is 4, means Mn value is 4. The pinion as well as gear is made of same material of steel 40 C8. SUT is given. Okay, and the heat treated to surface hardness of 300 BHN, means the BHN number is given. The service factor and the factor of safety is 1.5 and 2, means service factor is 1.5, means CS value is 1.5 and factor of safety is 2. Assume that the velocity factor accounts for the dynamic load and calculate the power transmission capacity of the gears. You have to calculate the power transmission capacity. So for that you know the value of torque, and for calculation of torque you should know the value of PT, which is tangential load, and for calculation of tangential load you should either know the beam strength or wear strength, which we will see. The values I have whatever the given data is given, they have noted it down. Okay. After that, they have calculated the beam strength. ZP is virtual number of teeth they have calculated. Then they have calculated the Lewis form factor, depends on virtual number of tooth. Then sigma v value they have calculated. Then I got to calculate, or be just able to calculate the value of SB, which is beam strength in the form of Newton. Then wear strength, which is formula is VQ dP into K divided by cos cube psi. The value of psi is given, V is given in the numerical, Q we have to calculate 2ZG divided ZG plus ZP. Okay. Then the value of dP, pitch circle diameter, we have to calculate it on the basis of in the helical gear basics video we have discussed this thing, that what is the terminology and basics of this helical gear. So this is the pitch circle diameter of the helical gear, you can calculate it. Now you can also calculate the value of K, because BHN is given, so you can calculate K by putting the value of BHN over here. And after that, if you know the value of K, dP and Q, put it there in the wear strength formula, you will able to calculate the value of wear strength. Since the wear strength is lower than beam strength, so pitting is the criteria of failure. Means you have to calculate both the beam strength and wear strength for the calculation of tangential force. But whatever is the lower value, that lower value will be treated as criteria of failure. So you have to take it that as a criteria and calculate the value of PT. So before calculation of PT, you should know because bear strength is CS PT, factor of safety divided by CB. So you have to calculate the pitch line velocity for the calculation of CV, which is velocity factor. Okay, and then you have to calculate the value of PT here, because SW means wear strength is known to you, which you have already calculated here, and which is a lower one. If beam strength was lower, then you have to take the formula of beam strength here for calculation of PT. In this way, you can calculate the value of PT. Put the value of PT for the calculation of MT, which is torque, and after calculation of torque, you can directly put it into the formula of power. You can calculate the power as 8.63 kilowatt. So in this way, you can solve the numerical either from these books or from your university last year exam papers. So refer those papers, refer those chapters of these numericals, and practice as much as possible with the help of design data book. Okay, that will help you out to solve these numerical. And thank you so much for your patience hearing. If you have any doubt, do comment, do try to reach us. Thank you so much for your patience hearing, and do come with for the upcoming sessions where we will discuss about the designing of bevel gear and worm gear, which is the last two gears remaining in this particular chapter. And do subscribe the Engineering College Banswara YouTube channel for more such updates about different branches of engineering like mechanical, civil, electrical and computer science engineering. And we will also come up with the last topic of designing of IC engine after completion of this particular unit. Okay, thank you so much and do visit. Thank you.